We're exploring recipe. Can you share your grandmother's famous apple pie recipe? The recipe requires only 5 ingredients and is very easy. She found a new recipe online and wants to try it. I've never seen a recipe with so many spices before. The recipe says to bake the cake at 180 degrees Celsius. Following her recipe, his pasta turned out absolutely delicious. Compiling a cookbook requires testing each recipe for accuracy. The chef created a fusion recipe combining Italian and Japanese flavors. She adapted the recipe to accommodate her gluten-free diet requirements. We're exploring ingredient. I need eggs as a key ingredient for the cake. Salt is an essential ingredient in most recipes. Do we have all the ingredients for the pasta tonight? This recipe calls for some unusual ingredients like saffron. Each ingredient contributes a unique flavor to the stew. Make sure to measure each ingredient precisely for best results. Substituting one ingredient can significantly alter the dish's taste. Identifying fresh ingredients is crucial for a successful culinary experience. Understanding ingredient interactions can elevate your cooking to new heights. We're exploring cook. I will cook pasta for dinner tonight. She loves to cook on the weekends. He can cook a delicious breakfast very quickly. They always cook together during holidays. Is it necessary to cook the chicken before adding it? Sarah decided to cook using only local ingredients. Mastering the art of cooking requires patience and precision. Although exhausted, she managed to cook a gourmet meal. Cooking for large groups necessitates meticulous planning and preparation. We're exploring boil. Need to boil some water for tea. Can you boil the pasta for 10 minutes? Please remember to boil the eggs for breakfast. The chef decided to boil the vegetables for the soup. Boil the chickpeas until they become tender. They had to boil a large pot of water for the party. The recipe instructs you to boil the sauce until it thickens. Before we proceed with the dish, boil the stock thoroughly. To achieve the desired consistency, boil the mixture for an hour. We're exploring bake. I love to bake cookies on the weekends. We need to bake the cake at 180 degrees. Can you help me bake these cupcakes for the party? She decided to bake bread from scratch today. I learned how to bake a pie in cooking class. He likes to bake pastries for his family every Sunday. Despite the heat, she decided to bake all afternoon. Baking requires precision and patience to achieve perfect results. The aroma of freshly baked bread fills the entire neighborhood. We're exploring fry. Can you fry an egg for breakfast? Do you know how to fry fish properly? I like to fry potatoes with some garlic. She plans to fry the chicken this evening. You should fry the onions until they turn golden. Fry the tofu until it is crispy on the outside. The chef decided to fry the vegetables lightly. She managed to fry the tempura perfectly on her first try. After a quick fry, the donuts were ready to eat. We're exploring chop. Can you chop the onions for the salad? She likes to chop vegetables before cooking dinner. Please chop the carrots into small pieces for the stew. He carefully chopped the herbs to garnish the dish. Chopping garlic can be tricky, so take your time. The chef demonstrated how to chop an onion efficiently. She swiftly chopped the mushrooms while the sauce simmered. You need to chop fresh basil leaves for the pasta sauce. With precision, he chopped the almonds for the dessert topping. We're exploring mix. Please mix the flour and sugar together. Can you mix the salad while I set the table? Mix the eggs thoroughly before adding them to the batter. After mixing the ingredients, let the dough rest for an hour. She loves to mix different herbs to create new flavors. Mix the sauce until it achieves a smooth consistency. Carefully mix the chemicals to avoid any hazardous reactions. He tried to mix different genres in his culinary creations. Mix the paint colors to create the perfect shade for the portrait. We're exploring measure. Measure 2 cups of flour for the cake. You need to measure the sugar before adding it. Always measure water carefully for rice cooking. Measure all ingredients precisely for successful baking. To adjust the recipe, measure the spices meticulously. Measure the temperature of the steak for desired doneness. It's crucial to measure liquids at eye level for accuracy. Before fermenting, measure the salinity of your brine solution. Measure all components to maintain the balance in complex recipes. We're exploring taste. This soup tastes amazing with some bread. Can you taste the garlic in this sauce? I taste a hint of lemon in the cake. She always tastes her food before adding salt. They went to the new restaurant to taste exotic dishes. I can't wait for you to taste my homemade pasta. Tasting fine wines requires a refined palate and experience. The chef tastes the soup to ensure it's perfectly seasoned. After tasting several versions, they finalize the recipe.